hearing and getting over the late Senator Ifeanyi, unless Nnamdikanu is being released, Ifeanyi will not be buried in Anambra State.
Yes, that's the reminiscence, the beginning of trouble for Ifeanyi. Was actually what he, did 3 years ago. That was 2021, 26th June, to be precise. Ifeanyi was accused of, bringing out his private jets that they used to abduct Ifeanyi, to abduct Nnamdikanu from Nairobi, Kenya. His private jet was used to fly Nnamdikanu from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. And the Ifeanyi you are talking about is from Nnewi. And the Nnamdikanu we are discussing here is perfecting a job given to him by an Nnewi hero. So you see how interwoven it is, how nature, how tradition, how culture, how God stepped in. The job Nnamdikanu is trying to do, perfect, is, let me say, a project, is an assignment given to him by an Nnewi hero in the person of Ojukwu. And they find the billionaire that uses money against this boy is from the same Nnewi where the hero hails from. So this time around, we see how faith, nemesis, how nature played its role. We live life that is devoid of emptiness with the Igbos, atheism. We live life that has nothing to do with atheistic principles. Atheism is a situation whereby someone is believing free. There's nothing. Free is a free world. No. Igbo man is not an atheist. That's why we are very, very careful of what we do in life. Igbo man cannot just wake up and violate a man. Laugh at him. This man is blind. Igbo man doesn't do that. Because he remembers that somebody is listening. Something will come after him. That is who we are. We are monotheists in nature. We are monotheistic in nature. I don't know whether you understand where I'm going. We believe that there is a maker in heaven who can pay us back if we commit any blunder, offense, violation against our fellow man. You know where I'm going? Ikemba Nnewi was the person that took it upon himself and fought for the Igbos. Looking towards where emancipation of a country that existed 56, 57 years ago, Biafra. He spent his time, his blood, his money. He worked hard towards that, and he sustained that country for 36 months with his father's money. And when the war, the escalation ended in 1970, we began another segment of war, psychological war, which has overstretched across 1970 till date. Ikemba bowed out some 10, 12, 11 years ago when he died. And someone else took it upon himself and make sure that he brought the dream of Ikemba of Nnewi that came from the Axis where Ifeanyi hails from. And the person is doing his job well for many years. He was doing it the other way around, not by blood, not by God. And his name is Nnamdikanu. Ifeanyi has not seen anything to do than to come out to fight his own, to find someone that the hero of Biafra nation has given the mantle of leadership to carry on and make sure that Biafra emancipates. Ifeanyi sponsored the abduction of Nnamdikanu from Kenya into Nigeria. And this is what nature, God has done today. Because to my utmost belief, I have never ever thought it that Ifeanyi was involved on that crime. The worst crime against Igbo nation in the recent time is abduction, kidnapping of Nnamdikanu from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. I said to myself that the mechanism used by federal government could never have any contact, connection at all with Igbo man. But later it's done on me that Ifeanyi from Nnewi involved himself on the kidnapping of Nnamdikanu, abduction from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. I doubted it. I fought some people. We argued on comment section. We argued individually. I said no, Ifeanyi wouldn't have done that. But today, I've seen it. That it wasn't alleged. It wasn't an allegation.
The whole Nnewi stopped the burial.
The whole Nnewi man.
Serious something.
The whole Nnewi man sponsored a force against forces, evil forces against Biafra. Biafra that Nnewi man suffered for in the past, spent his father's money, died for. Ojukwu died for Biafra. Now even a gang up with Fulani hegemony to stop Biafra by sponsoring, being what a mechanism used by federal government to bring somebody that is working hard to emancipate Biafra. Today, now people have stood up for Nnamdikanu, who is languishing in jail. That if Nnamdikanu is not let off the cage for freedom, Ifeanyi, the chief mechanism used to bring Nnamdikanu into Nigeria, will be there, stagnated in the mortuary. Now people are questioning for Ifeanyi, credibility over what he has done. If you ask me, I will tell you that Uba is a failure when he did that, when he was alive. No matter the amount of money he has, it doesn't warrant Ifeanyi, doing what he did. It is not right, because I know that Ifeanyi might be in his early 50s. Nnamdikanu is 57. Nnamdikanu was born during the war. Ifeanyi mother may have not been born during the war, or may have, may be of the same age with Nnamdikanu. Ifeanyi is an intoxicated man, being confused because of the kind of money God has given him. His wealth is sending him to what? Madness. And he has actually tested it. No matter the amount of money you have in life, know where you come from, you are coming from. Know your source, know yourself, know your God, know your kinsmen, know your tradition and culture. As you bring all this into your knowledge, you will begin to know whom to follow, where to follow. Oga, follow God. Ifeanyi violated Igbo tradition. Ifeanyi violated Igbo tradition and culture. Omelalu.
This kind of a thing can only be entertained. A rich man like that, it's only one race that can do such a thing.
Yes, we distance ourselves because Igbo race and their tradition and culture are like brothers and sisters. If something like that happens, we withdraw, leaving you and the land, the tradition and the culture and God first to judge. If you kill somebody in Igbo land and deny, they will leave you. But all hands, fingers will be what? Pointing at you. Then they will leave you. Do you know what they're saying in their mind? Chukwu okike abịam, Ane. Because the land that you match. See, let me tell you, you can talk to the land, it will begin to act when you have the faith in God. The land obeys God. So whenever I did this, now like me, I didn't believe. It was whenever I died that I said, eh? So if I did this actually. So I don't know what I understand. Then you see how faith had it for both characters. The two characters I'm talking about is Nnamdikanu and Ifeanyi. Who is down now is Ifeanyi. Don't you know that a living dog is better than a dead lion? Who is the dead lion? Ifeanyi. Who is the living dog? Nnamdikanu. Who is inside? Might come out the next 1 hour and go to his wife. Nnamdikanu might come out the next 30 minutes and go to his wife. But Ifeanyi is no more. After being a mechanism used by Nigerian government to abduct the young man into the enemy's territory, zoo. So you see what I'm trying to say? The burial of Ifeanyi is on check. Let me say, is on hold. They put it on hold until the subject of sacrifice is out from the lion's den.
Do you think that Mazi Nnamdikanu, based on who he is, can order? Because IPOB said we are not responsible for whatever delay. But do you think, based on that, Mazi Nnamdikanu can just say, go ahead and lay Ifeanyi to rest? Will Nnewi people obey while still in DSS custody?
If you think about men like that, the dead should bury their dead as Jesus Christ has said. If you think men like that can do foolish things, they can't. They don't do foolish things. You know where I'm going? If the information gets to Nnamdikanu, Nnamdikanu will tell them to allow his brother to rest. He will advise them to bury him because it's of no use. Ifeanyi you are talking about is gone. I don't believe. I don't believe that man is dead. But he's gone. Whatever he has done that is wrong now, he has seen it. He's seen it. That money cannot take you to heaven. That money cannot buy life. It can only buy you what? Drink, food, clothes.
If you are supported, I think by now Igbo should be celebrating him, or possibly he would have died. Nnamdikanu said, serve the North and come back crying. That is what, when we then learn their lessons.
Anyway, it could be that, Ifeanyi was not overwhelmingly, taken, by ecstasy or fantasy of money, pleasure of money. I think he's supposed to be alive. That man, Nnamdikanu, if anybody hurts him, nature, will hurt you. Anybody that hurts Nnamdikanu, will hurt him. That is the issue with Nigerian government today. I can analyze the trouble that follows Nigerian government, the agents of Nigerian government that tormented Nnamdikanu from 2017 till date. I can analyze it. My analysis, I can analyze it. Do you know why? The then chief of staff, general staff, Abakari, late, that was demised during the turbulence of COVID-19. It was the worst enemy Nnamdikanu heard then. And then Nnamdikanu had a way of laying curses on his enemies, adversaries. He spoke it out that you, Abakari, will die. You will die. And people that are enemies of the Igbos, those people that take us as nobody, they began to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Look at him. What is he saying? Blah, blah, blah. He told us that Abakari is not even alive. Abakari is not only going to die, he's dead. They started debating on it. Abakari's daughter came on social media, started talking nonsense. At the end of the day, you know what? Abakari dead. Dead. They announced it. Abakari dead. Breaking news. I don't understand. He died. Daura, no, Mama Daura, the nephew to Buhari that used very tall man. Chebi, Mama Abi, Daura. Daura was, like replaced Abakari. Wherever Tinubu Buhari went, Daura will go there. Wherever Buhari was going, he will be going with Daura. They later, placed Osibanjo as just a stooge. He could not even perform his duty as a vice president. Now, Mama Daura, Mama Daura, Mama Daura, Mama Daura. The prophet nnamdikanu told us, look at this Mama Daura. We say yes, he said he's going to die. He's the one tormenting people, Igbo, causing this marginalization and exploitation of the Igbos. Before you know it, Mama Daura took air. They flew him into Dubai, August since 2020. Mama Daura, nobody knew his whereabouts. Nnamdikanu told us that he's dead. They are hiding it. Why? That Aso Rock were ashamed of themselves. That no one knows no yawu. Ona say kezi nke na-ekwu na Buhari yawu. In fact, no nwụrụ. Buhari died February 2017. They are going to bring another Buhari. Now this one is from Sudan. His name is what's the name of that guy? Sometimes I forget that. Jibril came, blah blah. He told us that Jibril is dead. Another one that came that looked like Marwa, we get body. So then they change Buhari as then they change clothes. Before you know it, this one come. They told us that this one is very, very handsome. That this one is the only person that Aisha Buhari agrees to be sleeping with. And that one rule. We begin to ask people, say, is this the same old Buhari that they elected into power 2015? You know the answer. It's money that changed him. They use money to change him. Money can change everybody. Okay, that's why that was how a man from Niger ruled Nigeria for over 6 years. Nigeria is the only country that a dead man has ruled for 6 years. It's a statement from White House. Who can contest that? Joe Biden said it. A dead man ruled Nigeria successfully for 6 years. Do you know that American Secret Service agents, Mossad in Israel, they know that Buhari was not alive? And some persons are blocking it, debunking it, all in the name that their interest was looking towards Aso Rock office, and they actually succeeded today. That is why we have this kind of an illegitimate administration of Tinubu, still annihilating, exploiting Nigerians. Bad governance, hunger, bad economy, bad policies. See, let me tell you, we've gone too far to sensitize the Igbos that nnamdikanu does not care whether Nnewi people, Beres, Oba or not, but is a way of placating the Nnewi people for what their son has done against the hero of our time, MNK Nnamdikanu. A man that is fighting the cause that Ojukwu left as a legacy before he went to the beyond. And the new woman was used as a major principal mechanism to punctuate his effort in Kenya. A brother, an uncle. We Igbos, we don't behave anyhow. No matter how much you get, you have. God supersedes money. Money can never answer all things. Ifeanyi